Daniel Reed adjusted his worn-out tie one last time as he sat nervously in the interview room. His palms were sweaty, his heart raced, and his mind replayed his daughter's words from that morning. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more real-life stories with unexpected twists that will warm your heart. Daddy, you can do it. I know you can. She was only 8 years old, but she carried hope in her eyes big enough to light up his darkest days. After his wife passed away 3 years ago, Daniel had been doing everything he could to keep food on the table and dreams alive in his daughter's heart. This job meant stability. It meant rent on time, school fees covered, and the possibility of buying the pink bicycle his daughter had been secretly drawing in her sketchbook. But as the interview went on, Daniel felt himself stumbling. The panel's questions seemed too sharp, his answers too clumsy. He knew the gaps in his resume were glaring. He had left his career to take care of his sick wife, and after her passing, he never managed to get back into the corporate world. Employers always looked at him as though he carried too much baggage. When the final question ended, Daniel gave a polite nod, stood up, and walked out. He didn't need anyone to tell him he had failed again. His heart sank under the weight of disappointment. Another chance gone, another dream delayed. As he pushed open the heavy glass doors of the building, the city noise rushed in. He took out the crumpled note from his pocket, his daughter's handwriting, shaky but filled with faith. "Daddy, don't give up. I believe in you." Daniel sighed deeply. He couldn't face her with empty hands again. But just as he stepped onto the sidewalk, he heard footsteps behind him. "Mr. Reed?" He turned around, startled. One of the interviewers, a woman in her mid-40s with kind eyes, was hurrying toward him. "Wait a moment," she said, slightly out of breath. I wanted to speak with you." Daniel's brows furrowed. "Did I forget something?" "No," she smiled gently. "But I couldn't let you leave like this. The truth is, your interview wasn't perfect, but I saw something today that can't be measured on paper. I saw a man who doesn't give up, a man who has responsibility in his eyes and sincerity in his voice. We need people like that here." Daniel blinked, unsure if he had heard her right. She extended her hand. "Welcome to the team. The job is yours, if you still want it." For a moment, Daniel couldn't speak. His throat tightened, his eyes stung, and all he could do was nod. Yes, of course. Thank you." As he walked away that afternoon, his heart felt lighter than it had in years. He pulled out the crumpled note once more and whispered, "We did it, sweetheart." That evening, when he picked up his daughter from school, she ran into his arms. "Daddy, how was the interview?" Daniel smiled, tears shining in his eyes. It was the beginning of something greater. Sometimes rejection isn't the end. It's life making space for a new beginning. And sometimes all it takes is one person's kindness to change everything.
Hello, we're excited to show you our native speech capability.